very good day to you, distinguished viewers. You're welcome to Rero TV. My name is Ogboru Henry Akos, and today we are at the residence of the Senior Special Assistant to the Executive Governor of Delta State on Project Monitoring. We are talking about none other than Honorable Elvis Ayomanor. Honorable sir, we want to welcome you to this session, and thank you for gracing us with your time. Now, straight to the point now. The viral meeting held by the former Deputy Senate President of the Federal Republic, talking about Honorable Ovie Omo-Agege, where he made some comments. The ones that are trending are actually the ones made against the Deputy Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Chief Ogboru. But in that meeting, there are alleged reports that he also made derogatory statements against your boss, Chief Ovie Omo-Agege. We know how loyal you are to Ogboru, and from what we hear, that Senator Ovie Omo-Agege said he was mocking Ogboru that he has finished contesting, now that he has gone back, he has traveled, when election comes, he come back again, stuff like that. So many persons have been hinting on that issue, sir. We want to get your reaction to that statement.
I actually watched that video. You know, like you said, it's a trending video where Senator Ovie Omo-Agege was saying some nasty things like my boss, Chief Ovie Ogboru, contesting election and disappearing and reappearing when it's the election time again. I mean, it's so shameful that a man of his status, a former Deputy President of the Senate, will, stoop so low, to act in such a petty way. This is the same Ogboru somebody will say after elections it doesn't come around. 2 weeks ago I was with Ogboru here in Delta State. The governor's son, my official boss, the executive governor of Delta State, His Excellency Sheriff Rero, his son married a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Chief Ovie Ogboru was there. Ogboru buried his father's youngest wife. There's an old woman that's the youngest surviving wife of his father. About 4 weeks ago, Ogboru was here. Since after the election, Ogboru comes home every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like that. He has been very consistent. The son of Omo-Agege, this is his first time of contesting the real election, as far as I'm concerned, outside Ogboru. He failed woefully, and since then he disappeared. They have not been seeing him. He just came around now, saying Ogboru disappears. Ogboru has always been coming around. The worst that Ogboru, since after the 2023 elections, that Ogboru has stayed away from that. She made it about a month. Since then, he has been very consistent. I just left Ogboru today, coincidentally, when you called me that you want to hear my reaction on these things. Ogboru just went to Lagos while I left him now for supply. I just arrived. You can see I'm just coming from Africa. Yes. So Ogboru has been around, and he has been coming. He's been very consistent. So, I mean, that's laughable for him to be so petty,
The person of Omo-Agege, sir, there's no way you talk about Senator Ovie Omo-Agege's political history without mentioning great Ogboru.
I'm glad you are the one that said so, that you can't really write his history politically without Chief Ovie. You see, I know Ovie Omo-Agege very well. Ovie Omo-Agege, I'm sure you know, I know him very well.
Yes,
at the point in time, we were very, very close.
Yeah, the same party, yeah.
I was not just the same party, I was the deputy state chairman of APC Delta State. When he came to run under my party, he met me in the party. We gave him the ticket.
Yes.
And by virtue of me being the deputy state chairman of APC at that time, I was the biggest robo man in APC Delta State. In fact, in APC Nigeria, I was the biggest robo man. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We gave him our ticket to run, and we gave him all the support. Now, let me tell you, Omo-Agege contested in 2002 under PDP. He ran for House of Reps. I can tell you confidently, because I know what I'm saying. At that time, I was in the US. the elder brother Charles, I was the secretary of UPU in Southern California. The elder brother Charles came to us in our UPU meeting. So it's not a secret that we should raise funds to support his younger brother Ovie. Of course, you know, Ovie was staying in LA as well, to support Ovie. Then I stood as the secretary to knock it off. I don't know who he was contesting against, but he's an Robo son too. The UPU is an Robo umbrella body. The UPU cannot donate money for one Robo to fight another Robo. I told them that was my point. I said, so UPU cannot raise money for me, irrespective of the fact that we are all, you know, living in LA. We can't raise money for him to go fight his own brother. Yes. And I told him, what I will tell you to do, we will raise money as committee of friends. Everybody here can donate, but not under UPU. We will not do that under UPU. And I'm very sure the fathers of UPU back home here, if they hear this report, they'll be proud of me. And he failed. He lost the primaries. It was after then the fathers connect, Ibori, Chief James Ibori, our then governor, gave him appointment as an executive assistant. That was where his career started coming up. And after then, he ran in 2007 as the governor, but he failed woefully. Woefully. Because he was not due for such big position. Remember, shortly before then, they made him for a short period as SSG, an acting secretary. Do you know that was the office that gave him the impetus to say he wants to become the governor? And that was the office that exposed him to certain things that he now used to betray Ogboru again, the man who made you. And since then, in 2011, he ran against Chief Ogboru and Odua. He scored about 5,000 votes in the whole of Delta State. Over 447,000 or so votes. He got just 5. In 2015, he ran again. He's been failing. He's been failing, not woeful failure, all along. Now, in 2015, having failed his governorship bid, I don't know how. I was not in their party. I don't know how I was in APC. Yeah. They managed to get to Ogboru, to beg Ogboru to help him. If they can make him a senator. Of course, you and I know that whoever Ogboru picks from Delta Central to be the senator becomes the senator. So they begged Ogboru and stuff, and Ogboru allowed him to run under his platform, the Labour Party. Ogboru backed him. He wrote on Ogboru's back. And the elections were conducted. Ovie Omo-Agege came second. Chief Ovie came first. Then my own candidate of APC came third, Alim Sagoda. And they cancelled Sapele local government. There was, of course, we knew Omo-Agege won because everybody voted for him because of Ogboru. But remember, then we had the APC sharing the opposition votes. That was why it was a tough battle between Labour Party and PDP. So when they cancelled Sapele vote, they had to do rerun. It was at that point I came in to change the narrative. I can beat my chest that I and Chief Great of Ogboru, the two of us, made Omo-Agege senator. He rode on Ogboru's back and took second before the rerun. And the rerun was going to be done in Sapele. In other local governments, just units. The entire Sapele local government to do a rerun. It was at that point I said, I am an opposition man. I won't allow PDP to win. I will convert the entire APC vote to Labour so that opposition will become one under the Ogboru strength. So you have to form a coalition? Yes. And at midnight, I gathered all APC ward chairmen in Sapele local government, the 11 wards. I took them to Rapa, to the chairman's house, the SGA chairman's house, Chief ABC Chief Loke CJ. They gathered in his house. The secretary of the SGA secretary, member Ageluno, asked all of them to wait for me that I'm bringing up Chief Senator Ovie Omo-Agege. Then he was not a senator. I took him that night to the house, negotiated everything, sealed it that all APC should work for Labour Party. I did it. Then I took him to Cyril Ogboru's house. Cyril Ogboru then was the deputy state chairman of, I succeeded him as the deputy state chairman. Yeah, of APC, yes. Of APC. At that point, Cyril was the deputy chairman of APC. I took him. Cyril was not at home. I called him on the phone through the wife. Cyril was mad at me. that I should take over out of his house. That is not a Labour Party man. And I talked to Cyril on the phone. I said, boss, come. If we do it this way, PDP will win us. We can't stand if we check the opposition vote. Come, and I persuaded him. He came that night. We signed the deal. I took him to them. Joseph Ashenku and Chief Felix Anira, they've already defected into APC. I took him to Ashenku's house that night. When I was there, I called Chief Akodete Thomas. I said, come and meet me in Ashenku's house. He came, we were there. The number they called me, that's already entering Saturday that night. We went straight to Ashenku's house. I told Ashenku, look, we need your support. Ashenku, he told me actually, if you people, the APC members, have agreed to give the vote of APC to Labour, full, let's go. He consented. That night I told Chief Ovie, okay, you take Omo-Agege to Anira's house. Let me go and prepare the LGA chairman and others and come to him down before you finish with him. And that was it. As he left there, I took them straight to Cyril's house, finished with Cyril, took them to meet with all the ward chairmen and the LGA chairman and secretary. We signed the deal. On the day of the election, they will run. All APC agents in Sapele local government with APC tag. As you are coming, the instruction I gave them was, as you see people coming, start campaigning for Labour, so that they will know APC is working for Labour. And that was what they did. Omo-Agege told me that he does not trust the agent of Labour Party, Lucky Okojo. I will mention his name. He told me that he does not trust him, that while they were in APC, the report while he was in PDP, the report they had was that the DPP agents usually sell out, and that's the same Lucky. So he does not want him. I had to give him an independent person to stand for him at the INEC. And you know that person is Coach Peter Mukoro.
Okay.
Who later became the chairman of our own opposition party under Ogboru in this local government as we speak. Coach Peter Mukoro is a known face in this town. He now wore the tag as an APC member. He wore the Labour Party tag in INEC. When Anna Agoda saw him, Anna seized him. You are an APC member, come here wearing a Labour Party tag. He told him actually that Elvis instructed me to do this. Anna looked for me. I told her yes. Anna stayed with me till after 11 that night. She even followed me to Anira's house. I said, Anna, this is the only way out for us to defeat as opposition. If we share the vote, your brother will lose, Agege will lose. We needed to converge all our votes together as a block and give to Agege being number 2 in the race. That was how Agege became the senator representing Delta Center. I am not boasting. I was suspended in APC for that action I pulled. I pulled a strong stunt.
So you sacrificed your position and all that.
It took me some time before the suspension was lifted and I started, playing my politics. But I needed to do it because I knew they would come and join us in APC. And they came. And my colleagues in APC were like, man, you were very smart. Really, they have come to join us. I said, yes, they will come. It was a deal we discussed. That if they succeed, they will come and join us in APC. But do you know the man betrayed me at the end of the day? He stabbed me on the back.
Did he make any promises prior to you before those stunts that you pulled, sir?
No, I didn't make these promises. Now, if you know me, there was a day Omo-Agege told me something in his house. He was trying to tell me some illegal things. I told him, no, I'm not cut out for things like this. He said, this America will stay there and that affect your brain. That's what he told me. Oh, yes. I have a witness. Isaac was there when he told me that thing. Because I won't do that. I'm not that type. I was not doing it for what, personal aggrandizement. I was doing it to establish the superiority of the opposition in Sapele local government, and I succeeded. This was the same Ogboru, 11 of us, backed him up again, sent him back to Senate for the second night. It has never happened before except for only Senator David Umeya Dafinone. Has been the only robo senator that went for a second tenure. Though the second tenure was short-lived by the military junta. Now, Ovie Omo-Agege is the first robo senator that went and completed the second tenure. This was what Chief Ovie Omo-Agege did.
Honorable, please, just sorry to cut you, sir. If he stabbed you in the back during his first tenure, then why go ahead and work for him for a second term?
Okay, all right. Now I'll tell you how he stabbed me. He didn't stab me in the back in his first tenure. That was, he deceived us, pretending to be a very good man. We all gave him all our backings, and he went for the second tenure. Now, when he went in, people were congratulating me when he became the Senate, deputy president of the Senate, thinking, hey, Elvis, you done better for life, because they know we were very close, and they knew I worked assiduously to see him get there. People were coming to me and help me, introduce me to Rambo. You understand? They didn't know this man was even coming after me. They didn't know we had issues with the Ogboru faction of the APC. At a point, this man went to Chief Ogboru, and this issue we're having, let's try to resolve it with them. Let's trade the deputy state chairman to them. Let's take it from Elvis Ayomanor and give it to Cyril Ogodo to settle the crisis. At least that would be a big position to give back to the Ogboru faction. And Chief Ogboru was like, it's not legal. If Elvis takes us to court, he will win us. How can you strip him of his own position and give to use it at a point? He now was not telling Ogboru, no, Elvis is our own now, we can talk to him, persuade him to understand. Ogboru said, well, if that will bring peace into APC, let's call Elvis, and is that type who wants the peace. Then he now said that since Moses, we are giving Moses Ogodo ticket to run for House of Assembly. Now we want to give deputy statement to Cyril Ogodo. It doesn't make sense. Instead, we'll take the position for the ticket from Moses Ogodo and give it to Elvis Ayomanor. So Elvis will now go and run for Assembly as his compensation. Okay, I'm going to say no. Let's leave it. Let's see him go as deputy, and we can, if we succeed, we will make Elvis a commissioner. Ogboru, sir, you will take his position and give to Moses' brother. Moses and his brother will now occupy it, and Elvis will now wait to become a. Say there's no sense in what you are saying. If you are trading the deputy state chairman, we can give him the assembly ticket. No, it's over. Moses Ogodo he wants to run. It was at that point Ogboru knew this man is a useless human being. And Ogboru told him, don't you ever mention Elvis' name to me again. I don't want to be part of this discussion. It ends now. That was the first thing the man did to me. How can you, of all I did for him, how can he now say he wants to trade my position? Now, I will understand. What nonsense. Now they are not saying, okay, let him run for the assembly. You are still kicking against. That tells you the man is a demon.
But did they like pacify you before going ahead with the decision?
Oh no, he went behind my back to discuss. Ogboru was the leader. He is like a boy just like myself to Ogboru. So he went to do that behind my back. And Ogboru could not help it and called me. Before I got to Abraka, the man don't take off. And Ogboru told me the discussions. He ran away because Ogboru wanted him to repeat it in my presence. When he started picking his nonsensical fights against Ogboru, he expected me to be part of it. Yes, I'm not a put body for rubbish. And that was where it now came from me again. The next thing, I went to gang up with the state chairman Jones. That Jones should unilaterally expel me. How can you ask Jones to unilaterally expel me from party?
Okay, well, I think I saw that.
Where does he get the power from? And I proved to him that I'm a smarter politician than all of them put together. The ESCO is 36. I had 23 with me, including me 24. That's two-third majority. They are just 12. And immediately a press briefing was called, press conference, and the ESCO, led by the secretary, suspended the state chairman for that unilateral rubbish he did, and they automatically brought me in as the acting state chairman in 2021. And I served as the acting state chairman of APC 2021 to 2022. Look at it now, coming after a man who does not even know he exists. Ogboru does not even dream of Omo-Agege. Ogboru is my boss. He's my boss, and I know him. He does not even dream if Agege still exists. Then you are going to Chivike's house in Ethiopia to rubbish him. I mean, why are you so petty? This is the man that gave you life. I'm sure you've seen the press conference by the deputy speaker.
Okay, Chief Ovie.
Yes, he said it. That Ogboru dusted him his dead, political dead life. Ogboru dusted and gave him the truth. That's what I just told you. How Ogboru just told you. Now he left, he won only 2 elections in his life. He won 2015, 2019 under Ogboru's back. He left Ogboru in 2023 and failed again woefully. I was listening to him in that video when he was saying it was a narrow escape. How can it be a narrow escape? He won only 4 local government out of 24. Chief Elder Felix Ogboru has 21. Bros, not be narrow escape. It was a landslide victory. Then he's now saying my boss made him to lose. That my boss was sponsored to make him lose in Africa. I mean, I'm happy he said that. You know why? He just told the world that my boss remains the people's general. He determines who wins and who loses. He just told the world that my boss asked them to fail him and they failed him. Then he said he lost Ethiopia East because they sponsored my boss in Abaka to tell them to vote. It was the Abaka vote that voted against him, or vote to PDP that made him to lose. He just acknowledged that the People's General ordered every vote for one not to go to him and none went to him. Thank you, Senator Ovie Omo-Agege, for acknowledging the fact that Chief Great Ogboru determines your political career in life. And I can assure you, Ogboru will never support you again. So, in your own interest, don't run for any elections. Because if you do, Ogboru will not support you. If he does not support you, you will continue to fail. You know you've always failed the elections until the two supported you 2015 and 2019. 2023, you went back to your dungeon. You are already going into political oblivion. You know what I see you doing when you went to say another stretch at Ike's house? You know when we small that time, bros. You know that thing where the talk say, boss go fight in last fight.
Yes.
Boss na last fight you dey fight. So you have shot your own foot. Our advice to the little money you have, keep it. Enjoy your money. Don't waste it. You see those guys laughing with you there? I meet with them too. They don't like you. They just want to grab what they can grab from you. You know we used to be good friends. And I'm advising you, don't run for the governorship again. Thanks, boss.
Any final words?
Yes. There's something I'm not sure I said it. I have evidence of what I'm saying. He called Okowa. They had the meeting at about 2:30 a.m. in Benin. Boss, you know what I'm talking about. They had that meeting. Okowa is still alive. They had that meeting where he went to Okowa to tell Okowa, we will support you to become the governor for second tenure because I want to run 2023. If Ogboru comes in, he will do 2 tenures, so I'm out. We will work for you. Why you will work for me to become senator rank 2? I'm going for my second tenure. You will go for your second tenure. And it was
that's prior to 2019 or
yes, prior to the elections. He went to reach a deal with Okowa. He was paid some billions. Oh yes, they paid him part of it and they paid him the balance. The day they paid the balance, just remember, I think it was a Friday. Now, you know, Cairo Ojugbo, gosh, that's one of my political leaders I respect a lot. He's my friend, late Cairo Ojugbo. He's my friend, my brother, and my leader politically. Cairo. They brought in Cairo into this deal I'm telling you about, and some other, it's mainly those from the Delta North. They now reached the day and collected money from Okowa. Okowa is alive. And Okowa is alive, like I said. He paid for them to work for him. I will tell you something is keeping me. I won't mention his name, but one of the House of Assembly members from the 8th local government, not from Saplo, from the 8th Ogboru, Delta Central. Yeah. I was opening my gates, my guard, iron guard, protector. When my phone rang, I picked it. It was an House of Assembly member from Delta Central that called me. Deputy, I said, who is this? When I mentioned this, I said, oh, but who gave you my number? How you get my number? He said, I collected from one of APC member. He said, but bro, so if you don't shoot your own leg, go. I said, what? He said Okowa called them. Okowa called them as governor. Those of them House of Assembly from Delta Central. They should work for Omo-Agege. But Omo-Agege is working for him. That was why the House of Assembly member called me. He is in APC now. Anybody can think and know what I'm talking about. For you to fight Ogboru as an opposition, you cannot win elections again. That was what the man told me. Now, he succeeded in doing that thing. Has he been able to win again? He has failed again. Ogboru that made you a senator. You collected money to frustrate his elections for him not to go. Cairo said it. And Cairo did not only tell me, Cairo told a lot of people. He opened up, let me use the word, confessed it. Because Cairo regretted it. He promised Cairo was going to get the ministerial position. That was the deal they reached. Ovie betrayed Cairo. That was why Cairo turned in anger and decided to say he confessed and told us he was sorry for what he told the part of Ovie Omo-Agege to frustrate a good man. Now let me tell you, a serial betrayer, beware of him. As soon as you believed in him, try to work with him. What happened in their primaries? Delta State voted for Lawan against Asiwaju. You know why? So that Lawan will win, his deputy will become his vice. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Asiwaju, that thing touched the man like it was not enough. You know, when the thing is in your blood, you can't stop. In the main elections, we saw videos, we saw pictures, banners of himself and Peter Obi. Work for me, I work for you. There was this picture, I'm sure you saw it, in his house. The obedience, you know, obedience is a word derived from Obi.
Yeah, yes.
They had their banner. He took picture with them in his house. Obedience, working for him. The picture was all over the internet, so it's not my making, it's not my talking.
The obedience honorable, don't you think is part of the governorship, his governorship ambition that made him to want to collaborate with them? Because when everyone saw what happened during the presidency, everyone was now searching for obedience everywhere.
That was before the presidential elections.
Oh, okay.
Obi was already moving weight. Everybody knew Obi would sweep this side. So he now went to negotiate. It was in his house. Now they took pictures everywhere. There was a billboard in Warri and some other places where they put his picture and Obi. Vote for Obi, vote for Omo-Agege. Are you getting it? You remember now?
Okay. Because I know that it was after the presidential election, the obedient frenzy was so much that everyone was started negotiating with obedience.
No, they always negotiate. Okay, what about the billboards? What about the posters? There was one video where some of the Obi fans, they went to tear his own picture. Tear Obi's picture from his banner. Oh, I watched all those videos. They're flying all over. We can still search them from the internet. They tore Obi out of it, that he should go around his election without Obi. All those things, Asiwaju saw them like it was not enough. The main election, that's what you did. Having 14 in his primaries, you 14 in main elections. Not 3 times betrayal. The fourth one, the man wanted the president of the Senate to be Akpabio. You see, fought and made sure the entire Delta State voted against Akpabio. How can you betray the president for 4 times and you're expecting to after you won only for local government, you're expecting to maneuver the team, ask judge to say you won? Why would he do that? My brother, if he contests election, I've just advised him, if he tries it again, believe me, if he scores 20,000 votes in the whole of Delta State, and we say we will come here for him.
We have been speaking to the senior special assistant to the Delta State Governor on project monitoring, Honorable Elvis Ayomanor. Honorable, for the second time, thank you so much for your time, sir. We hope to speak to you in subsequent occasion. My name is Ogboru and this is Rero TV. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.